the 8th pick, the controversial team that's been very just lopsided throughout most of this season. The 8th pick will go, and they said the mock draft will go to Malik Monk, the Kentucky freshman shooting guard. 6'4", 197 pounds. Do you feel that Malik Monk will be bought or sold by the New York Knicks?
That's a buy. That he's another one of those dudes where I think he's a player that the New York Knicks fans need. He's a shooter. He can put the ball in the basket. And he's not afraid of the big moments either. If you've watched Kentucky games this year, down the stretch of games, that kid's ready to shoot, and he puts the ball in the basket when it matters. And that's somebody that would light up the Garden. Somebody the fans would love. He would be marketable, I think. And the Knicks will most likely be moving on from Derrick Rose and Melo, so they're going to need They're going to need a guard to run with Porzingis. With Porzingis at the big, they're going to need a guard to help him, and I think Malik Monk's that guy, so I buy.
With me, I say buy. Just basically putting up my personal opinion on how my team should go. I feel like Malik Monk would fit perfectly on how things should be played out. Definitely Derrick Rose is going to be gone for sure. There's already been reports of him just already looking at teams away from New York. Carmelo is definitely gone, just basically off the interview that was held by Phil Jackson saying that he's going to be gone too. Knicks definitely need another guard to basically, one, put up points, and two, playmake. Now, Malik Monk I feel like, is not the best playmaker in the draft, obviously. He's not a point guard, he's more of a shooting guard. But I feel like he can shoot you in the game, and pretty much through his scoring. I think he has probably the best, I'm not going to say the best, but probably third or second best at scoring the basketball whenever needed. Just due to him having a very efficient jump shot and a very smart IQ for the game on the offensive end, and he's very fast too. I think it will work perfectly for Porzingis and him. I don't think they complement each other, but at this point, if you're a New York Knicks fan or you're just a New York Knicks GM or just hopeful, you would think that they'll just take person that will score and put the ball in the basket at least for the foreseeable future with Porzingis, instead of just basically having him just play making nothing else. So I think that would be a great pick to buy if you are the New York Knicks especially. So with the 9th, it's Frank Nick Tillich. I can't even pronounce his name. I said it at first, but I can't pronounce his name now. The French point guard from Strasbourg. He's only 18, about to turn 19. He's 6'5", playing the point guard, 170 pounds, and there's a lot of things unknown about him. If you're the Dallas Mavericks, are you buying or selling, knowing that your team is basically rebuilding? And knowing that Nerlens Noel is pretty much most likely gone.
I buy into a point guard. If you're Dallas, you're one of those teams where I don't know if you got not much to lose. You're not competing with that team. 6'5" point guard, young, bigger point guard in today's age. That's what you look for. Buy it, bring him on in. Get Dirk the ball, get him some more points, help him out.
I say buy. Frank definitely, according to some tape that I watch on him, I think it would fit perfectly for the Dallas Mavericks, even though not many people know about him. 6'5", can attack, has a jump shot already. I think it will work out perfectly. He can later use his frame. Again, he's only 170 pounds right now. I feel like he can use his frame to basically get better as time progresses. Basically on the defensive end and also the offensive end. I think it would work perfectly for the Dallas Mavericks. They already have young pieces set up with Yogi Ferrell. I think he would be a great backup point guard in this league, even though he's still young. Steph Curry, obviously, as well, is going to be another person that they will look after. They're probably going to try to keep Noel. They still have a lot of young pieces. Going from the Dirk era, even though Dirk is still on the team, pretty much the era of the Dallas Mavericks competing in playoffs is pretty much done at this point. So rebuilding and having him as a centerpiece to your franchise, especially when you don't have much young players that you will say that will be your franchise piece after Dirk Nowitzki. I think this will be a perfect start to it, and I think they should obviously buy into this pick of getting Frank from France. So with the 10th pick, we got Dennis Smith Jr. from NC State, 19 years old, about to turn 20 in a few months, 6'3", height, and pretty much 195 pounds. Do you see the Sacramento Kings getting Dennis Smith?
That's a buy. As I said before, when we were at the 5th pick with the Kings, if they could land Jason Tatum at the 5th pick and Dennis Smith Jr. at the 10th, their holes would be point guard, small forward. You fill those holes, you go from there. You know, your scoring options in the, with the shooters 1 through 3 would be Smith, Hill, and Tatum, and you go from there. See if you can get those 3 guys to mesh well with Willie Cauley-Stein and Scalabissiere, and see where it goes from there.
If I'm the Kings and things doesn't go the way planned, pretty much getting De'Aaron Fox, I will go after Dennis Smith. I'll buy. If they do say get Jason Tatum later in the 5th pick, or do say get Josh Jackson, by the grace of God, if they do get Josh Jackson, I don't think he's going to fall that far, but if they do get either or, I think we'll go with Dennis Smith. That would be potentially your point guard. A lot of people saying that this dude can put up points, and I've seen tape he could. He's really good at doing what he does. I feel like he could be a little bit inconsistent at times, but I feel like he'll give him that punch needed to basically play the point guard. He's an aggressive point guard that attacks and basically can score almost at will when he's feeling it. And I feel like he'll be a perfect fit for Sacramento, who's just looking for a 2-guard tandem with Buddy Hill and insert whoever point guard is from this draft, or pretty much a small forward, either being Tatum or Josh Jackson, or Josh Jackson being the Jimmy Butler type of role later on, possibly. How I feel that would fit his game, and Jason Tatum, people be basically comparing him to Melo and Paul Pierce type of game. So I think Dennis Smith will fit perfectly with Buddy Hield and what the Kings are trying to do. Now, for the Charlotte Hornets, they got the 11th pick. They projected to pick Luke Kennard Kennard. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Kennard. I don't care. 20 years old, about to turn 21. 6'6", 6'5", wingspan, 202 pounds. Do you see them taking Kennard at the 11th pick? Do you see the Hornets taking Kennard at the 11th pick? My fault.
Hornets with Kennard at the 11th pick.
Yep.
Yeah, they need a shooter. They're not really a good 3-point shooting team. Their best 3-point shooters are probably Marvin Williams, Kaminsky, and Kemba Walker. Batum's not that great of a 3-point shooter. He can hit it, but he's not that great. Gilchrist, no. Lamb, no. Bellinelli's 31. Yeah, I see no problem with it. Bring him on board.
I say buy as a young shooting guard, pretty much. You already know what he has to do in the league, I feel. I think he'll step into his role pretty nicely. I don't think he's going to be a 3-and-D guy. People think he's possibly going to be 6'6". Could play much shorter shooting guards, I feel. And he'll do his job well, basically shooting threes for the Charlotte Hornets and basically being the perfect role player, especially at this 11th pick where there's not much star power at this level of the draft. And I feel like pretty much he'll play his role perfectly, coming off the bench and basically being potentially a 3-and-D guy later on in his career. Now for the Detroit Pistons, we got Donovan Mitchell from the Detroit Pistons. There have been a lot of inquiries by the Knicks that the Knicks wanted him for the 8th pick. They said that he rose in stock. Are you buying or selling Donovan Mitchell for the Detroit Pistons? 6'3".
That's a small 2-guard boy.
6'10" wingspan.
6'3".
6'3", 6'10" wingspan, 210 pounds. Donovan Mitchell from Louisville, sophomore.
Can he shoot?
I didn't really look on the tape again. I only look up past to like 10th or 11th. So I will tell you now his how.
I want to know. I want to know if he can shoot the 3 ball.
All right, so
they
say he's a leaper. He's they say 6'1" without shoes, 6'2" pretty much. He has the less ideal height for a shooting guard, but it compensates with his gigantic 6'10" wingspan, 211-pound frame, and tremendous athleticism to play much bigger than his size. He has great speed and body control on the open floor. He's a big-time leaper with 2 feet, posting a 36.5-inch no-step vertical in the combine, which is really good for his size. Pretty much, I think what I think it is, Mitchell is pretty much
he's better at attacking the basket.
Yeah, he's better at attacking the basket, but they do say that he can shoot the 3. He made better strides shooting from the 3 compared to his freshman year. He shot 25 to 35%, and his mechanics are now sound. He has great balance and footwork, and is able to be a shot creator in a way, hitting people with step backs, crossovers, and hang dribbles, and also can pull up and spot up as well. But the thing is, he's also a streaky shooter. It's mostly because he's mostly a slasher. Like, his job is just basically getting to the rim and being effective. So he's not the most honest shooter, but he can still. I mean, he is the honest shooter, but he isn't like a person that will shoot right off the gate for your team. I feel like in his first rookie season, I think he'll shoot probably below 35%. If you do put him on a team such as Detroit. So the question is now, do you buy him?
I buy him. Oof.
I know it's tough, man.
Yeah, the Pistons, with where they're at, they're in a situation where they're borderline in and out of the playoffs every other year. They're going to need guards to score somehow. They need jump shooting. So if this guy can hit a jump shot at any point in time, I take him. I buy.
Just from reading the basically the report about him on DraftExpress, pretty much I would take him, knowing that Reggie Jackson is going to be gone soon. Also, you still have a piece with Caldwell Pope. You possibly have a potential of putting him at point guard and see if that will work. Trying to transform it into a playmaker. He's 6'3". I don't think his ideal position would be playing shooting guard. I think it would be more of him transitioning to a point guard and him being an attacking point guard mostly. If he does go to the Detroit Pistons, he would be a person that put the ball on the floor. And basically, the Pistons will have a perimeter threat that can possibly consistently score at will at one point in time. He has a 6'10" wingspan and very athletic. So I think it would help out a lot, especially if point guards, especially at his size, cannot really guard him because of his strength and speed. He's literally 211 pounds and can basically jump off. He's basically a leaper, very athletic. I see no problem with the Pistons getting this pick of getting Donovan Mitchell.
Thank you guys for tuning in. This is Young Shot. Pretty much, if you guys like the video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new to any of the content. Also, guys, if you like any of the draft day comments or any of the draft day videos, let me know. This is going to be part 3 of the mini-series. Part 4 will come out tomorrow. It will be the final edition of this segment or this series that we have for the mini-series for all the draft day. So please, guys, tune in for all the other ones. Day 1, day 2, and day 3 will now be posted. Also, to give you guys more preference on the finals, I did not record a game 3. I will not be doing game 3. I'll do game 4 and basically sum up the whole series if, say, the Warriors do win or if the Cleveland Cavaliers win game 4. I'll pretty much put my emphasis on game 4 if Warriors win and basically discuss the whole series and the whole, and we're going to have a discussion on pretty much KD and all the rest of the Warriors. So thank you guys for tuning in. This is Young Shot. I'm out. Peace.